With each battle that we face, we defy the dark's embrace. Legends growing with each stride. In unity we confide. No fear in our eyes, just stars guiding us through endless wars. Destiny is in our hands. Together we take a stand. We are the light in the darkest night. With strength and valor we fight. Armored hearts shining bright. We will defeat the evil tonight. As the dawn breaks, shadows flee. In our victory we are free. Timeless heroes, legends grand. Together we save this land. We are the light in the darkest night. With strength and valor we fight. Armored hearts shining bright. We will defeat the evil tonight.
Welcome back to Original GM. I am Hupahu, and I better turn the music up so you can hear it. Once again, joined with Cikala, Wachi, Hawk, and Brian. Welcome back, guys. Not that we left, but
You did.
welcome back. Good to see you guys again. Once again, books are out, systems out, highest level of all.
Go get it.
.com. Go get it. Let us know if there's any podcasts out there that would like to collaborate, have us what all you want to do, whatever you want to do. We're
It's pretty cool, man.
accessible.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Work of art, really.
Lots of cool artwork in there.
Yep. All original art. The actual work of art. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's not even a turn of phrase. Yeah, yeah.
So wow, the Nexus
Era speak the Nexus with her charisma.
gone.
Just told it to go away.
Broke Seth's heart.
Who knew? Who knew the whole time? Can you leave?
Yeah, can you just leave? Goodbye.
Made Seth do all this training.
I'm sorry. Are you mad at me?
No.
I'm sorry. I feel bad. I feel like I fucked up part of the storyline.
All the prophecy in the universe can't stop a simple request for you to get out of my universe.
This is exactly why DMs or GMs create multiple arcs
Yeah.
of badness
It
and ick.
sometimes combat's not the answer. Sometimes it's the charisma-based character.
It is.
Sometimes it just boils down to communication.
Now we
Yeah,
gotta fight the
seriously.
hard stuff.
I know, right? I know the Nexus seems like small bait compared to Asmo.
So much for my date.
You guys will get started where we left off. You guys have pulled into port. The tower has okayed your arrival, and you are sitting at the dock.
And Seth does follow you behind you.
I believe so. You guys, you were headed with Zen to the docks, and you run across Seth on the way.
Should tell them where they're going.
Okay.
He just falls in line behind him.
Okay.
And she kept one of the scimitars.
Ah.
He gave her the sheath for it and the black dragon sheath.
Okay.
Good start.
Wonderful, wonderful. He's gonna get taken. They're gonna take him from us.
You guys
I gotta catch up to us first.
go down into the cargo hold where Tazar is and all the barbarians who are basically standing in the cargo at the docking bay door where Tazar is standing there kind of like this, holding them all back or whatever. And he looks up at you guys when you come walking up, and they're all looking, and you see Raytar standing there. He's like, Admiral, he won't let us out.
Ren will walk up. We're working on getting you our ship. Ares is working on that.
Yeah, but in the meantime, we'd like to see the space station.
Well, I'm not the one in charge of the space station. And if any laws are broken while here, this is the land of Gold Star.
They're gonna steal the space station.
He just kind of looks at you stern, and he's like, "So we're being held hostage? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh.
Well, we should be able to get off."
Let's get Eris down here, and then she can talk to you guys about what she wants to do with the ship and all of that, and how you guys are gonna work that out. And then we can get you guys on there and on your way.
Whatever you need to do.
She'll telepathy Eris and ask her to come down to the cargo bay and
Okay.
deal with it. And Eris will.
Okay.
She'll head down there.
All right, quickly.
Yes.
All
On
right.
her way.
You walk up to Tazar, and you could see through the airlock. It's got a window there, and you can see Sabra standing on the outside, and Elis is standing with her, and there are what look like ninjas. I don't even know how to describe them. They're not ninjas, but they're shadowy looking individuals with heads covered. You can't see any weapons on them. Kind of like monks with covered heads standing there.
Go out.
She's holding her staff with the burning ember and the crystal of ebon flame burning with this purple flame that's coming out of it, and she's in her mask.
Ren will walk out first. She'll walk up to them,
Okay.
kind of bow to Sabra. Say, Lady
So
Sabra.
Tazar will open it up for you. When he does, the barbarians are looking at Raytar. Like, do we get to leave or whatever? And then about that point, Eris will walk up behind you as you're opening the door. Eris, you see what's going on. These barbarians are ready to just bum rush this door and get out of this ship. You can tell that there's an issue. There's Sabra.
Eris will telepathy Bay
Okay.
and say, look, I know that there's a lot going on and you have a lot more important things, but if we don't get Raytar and these barbarians a ship, they're gonna be running loose on Lux, and I don't know what to do with them.
There's only 12 of them. What harm could they do?
Okay.
She'll look at Raytar and say, according to Bay, you're good to hang out in Lux until we can get it figured out.
For real? That's Raytar.
Yeah, that's what Bay said.
All right.
She'll kind of smile at him and behave. She'll giggle.
He nods. They exit.
This will be fun.
They go walking past Sabra, who she doesn't move at first when they come walking up, and she just makes them stop, and she looks them over, and she's a tiny little thing, but she looks them over and from eye to eye, and you see Raytar go, Minga, this way. And he goes around her, and she just watches him, but she does not move from the center of the platform.
Yeah.
They go around her. Elis is like Elis is on one side of her, and when they go around, he's like, and he moves, or they were gonna bump into him, and they go around Sabra on both sides, and Elis is standing behind Sabra, kind of looking over her shoulder, like, what the fuck? The monk-like beings, whatever they are, they just kind of, it's like a dance that they do. They all kind of move in unison and go and create a single file line so that the barbarians can walk past them. And the barbarians are laughing, and you can smell as they walk past you, they've been drinking mead. They're drunk, and they head off into Lux with Raytar. Saber's standing there. Elis is like,
Ren will walk up and say,
Admiral?
Elis? Lady Sabra?
Like real respectful.
She
She'll
just barely moves her head down like that, and then you see her reach in her cloak, and she pulls out a statue of Nocturna that looks just like the one that was on your desk, and she holds it out.
to Ren.
Yeah.
She'll walk up and take it.
real careful, real gentle.
She turns and then walks away, and then you see these guys follow and her in a single file line with her, and they leave and go down the dock, and Elis is like, permission to come aboard?
Permission granted.
Fuck.
What, the barbarians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
Well, why did you let them off the ship?
I didn't. She did. She'll look over her shoulder at Eris.
He looks at Ares, and you're like, oh well, I guess that's why we have the ED-10s and the GO-9ers. He nods, and he comes on board. The Tsar salutes him, and he salutes back. And kind of haphazardly, he just kind of say, hey. Seth,
Elis, how are
congratulations, you defeated the Nexus, it sounds like.
you? She did.
Looks at Ares. Again, huh?
I just asked him real nice to leave.
Smile.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Your office?
Right, yes.
He'll start walking.
She'll walk with him.
You hear Zen go, what? No hello for me? And he's like, oh, hey Zen, sorry.
She'll grab Zen's hand and have her walk with us.
All right. You go with him? You guys go back up. Tazar closes the...
I thought they were going into Lux. I was misinformed.
He comes in. As you're walking, do you say that to him?
No.
Okay, as you're walking.
What about our crew?
They've already boarded, Tazar says. That's why I had to stop the barbarian. Anyway, long story. First excitement that's ever been at this door, I believe, besides, well, when Geo showed up.
Ren will look at Tsar and say, I might need you to start going on some of the away missions with us, if that's something you feel like you're up for. She'll smile.
Admiral?
What do you
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would be very interested.
think? Okay,
Thank you, Admiral.
We'll talk about it.
He smiles.
She'll smile and then she'll follow.
Okay.
If Elis is not talking with her on the way up, he's going to telepathy Ren and Zen and say, can we promote Eden to lieutenant?
she's already a commander.
I thought lieutenant was higher.
No.
No,
No.
she's the highest rank I can give her.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Ren stops. She'll turn around and look at Seth, and she'll pull out the insignia. This is for you.
What's that for?
Chief.
It's a chief insignia.
I already have the chief. That's what's on his hat.
Where did he get that?
She gave it to him when we first.
No, he was a commander.
You made me chief before.
Mm-mm.
Well, I think she made you chief, but there wasn't any insignia.
No,
So
you put the-
she hands you insignia.
Regardless, she hands it to you.
Okay.
And then she'll go.
He puts it on his hat.
Okay. You guys make your way up to her office.
Yeah. Follow.
Okay. You see them come in. I'm gonna have to switch maps real quick, but you see them come in.
She wanted.
Eris, when she goes back up, she's gonna go stand over by Godwin.
He wanted
She's
to
gonna
talk.
wait, but she wants to
Yeah,
talk
he
to
wanted
him.
to talk to Ren about making him part of security.
Yeah.
With Eden.
Yeah.
So that.
You guys remember who's in there while the map's loading? On the way up there, he'll say to you, he'll say, so I've got a mission for you, but it's kind of a strange one.
Oh yeah?
I believe the ship's secure, so
Yeah.
we can talk about it kind of on the way up a little bit, just kind of give you an understanding of what it's going to be.
Okay.
That mothership that was at Astor in prison,
Mm-hmm.
the one that the possessed
Yeah.
Necrothians were in.
Yeah.
It fled the location right before the explosion.
Did it? It made it out?
It did, but it didn't go very far and it stopped and has had no movement. Since then, our portents have found out that the crew and the ship itself is inert. There's no activity.
Inert.
Yeah, there's no activity and nothing's moving on board. It's just sitting still in space.
Once again? Just like last time?
Well,
Like when we got caught in the time loop, they're doing the same thing.
I don't know if they're frozen in time. I don't think so. I think it's something else.
Okay. So I have an idea. So when we were on Ashton Prison, if these things are possessed, Zen here, she'll kind of nod at her and smile, can possess them. And I also learned that eras can turn things into an area of effect, certain spells. And so if we had the bodies of any of those possessed Necrothians, then we could all possess them. Now, one of the things I realized from fighting these things was that all of their orders come from a hierarchy, and it's all done through psychic type means. So if we cut off the connection from whatever hierarchy is in this crystalline sphere from the rest of them, then they won't be able to operate. And they could just be picked off one by one. Now that would require us being able to get into the mothership, which I know is super dangerous, the one that's on the edge of the crystalline sphere. But I figured if we were possessing the Necrothians, then there's no danger to our bodies, and we would also be able to blend in.
That ship that's on the edge of the crystalline sphere, we know nothing about. We have been nowhere near it yet.
But that's gotta be where the leader is, right?
We believe so, yes.
So if we can somehow acquire those bodies, it might work.
So you're talking about, what exactly are you talking about doing? Possessing the bodies and then going to the mothership?
Yeah. And then taking out whoever the head person is. I don't know if it'll work or not, but it's an idea.
It is worth a try. As long as they don't have access to our physical bodies, then we should be safe.
Then they can't infect us. And that's the whole thing with the Necrothians. That's the fear, is that they're going to infect us, and then there's nothing that we can do. But if we're not in our bodies, we're in their bodies, then we're immune to what it is they're doing. And not only to mention psychically, because it's us, we would be connected in a different way, and we could probably move freely around the ship.
You're coming down the stairs, and as you're making your way around down the stairs, you and Elis and Seth and Zen, you come down the staircase, and standing in front of you see Prince Vayman Sith, Hazen, and Sabian standing there.
So stop and smile.
These three right here. And as you come around and you standing there, Sub Rosa says to you, Captain, in your head, the prince and the prince and another being that I don't know who is, or two other beings that I don't know who are here.
Thank you.
And then you come down the stairs and you see them,
Okay.
It's like they just
That's
appear.
a whole lot of pretty in one spot.
They turn and look at
Goodness.
you guys.
She'll stop and say, hello.
Permission to come aboard, Admiral.
Of course. Granted.
I believe that my sister has requested the presence of Hazen, one of her generals. General, may I introduce to Admiral Renara, Chief Seth, and of course Elis, that you already know, and Commander Zen.
Very nice to meet you both.
He nods like that. He's like, it's a pleasure to meet you as well. Could you tell me where Reva is?
I believe she's in the main room.
He looks.
Last I saw her. Down that hall and to the left.
He immediately goes that way after greeting you. This is the guy that you see, by the way. I'll just kind of give you an idea what he looks like. His eyes are red, blood red. He looks relatively okay, but serious, like a serious look on his face. The other individual has yellow glowing eyes, and he goes with him. around the corner. Vey just stops right there. He doesn't go around. Reva,
Yes.
you're sitting there talking, and Doll and Eden, and I would assume that you are around. I don't know where did you go?
Well, I had my blood drawn, and then I was coming
Yeah.
back to the group.
So where you coming when you come back in? Kara comes back in with you. I need to know where the two of you
Yeah,
go.
Kara
Yeah, I
standing,
was heading back over to
Kara
stand.
standing behind Eden with her arms
there.
around her, with her chin on her.
Eden's over here.
Eaton's right here.
Yeah, she's standing behind Eden.
So she's going to go walk into Eden, and so do you then. So she comes over. As you come walking up behind Eden, you look up and you see Sabian and Hazen. And you come around as well.
She'll nod at the general and just say, "General, good to see you again."
He just looks at you, doesn't reply, and he goes, "Mistress, we are here."
Sure.
Turn around. You see Sabian standing there with Hazen, and Hazen salutes you. Sabian just smiles.
So smile.
Thank you for coming.
Of course, mistress. And he comes and stands next to you. Sabian just stands there looking at you. He looks you up.
She's
He looks you up. He's got his arms crossed.
She's a little perplexed.
He looks you up and down.
She's a little perplexed, just looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing here? You feel me? That's the
Mhm.
look on her face.
You look bored. Your brothers requested that I come on board.
Okay.
I told him okay.
I'm sure you do.
He's back there. They look over around the room because Half kind of wanders away and goes this way. Comes back over to his chair and sits
Like
down.
nervously?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
I've never seen anybody make
Ares?
this nervous, yeah?
You were with them, right?
Yeah.
So you're over here.
She was coming back up. She'll go
Bay pulls you off to the side, and he just looks at Ren and nods. And
Ren will nod and keep walking with
okay,
you,
so
Liz.
you guys come around. You're gonna go to your office.
Yes.
Okay, you go around. You come to your office. There's a lot of tokens to move. I am sorry. Zin comes in with you, and of course, he
She'll
does.
set the statue of Nocturna on the desk.
Okay,
And it's up to Bren whether Seth goes or not. So
You can come.
so you go around and come in too.
yes.
All right.
He will, as he's passing, he will look at Doll and just say, he'll smile and say, "Welcome back." About damn
What?
time.
Thank you.
Timmy's got his arms on her shoulders, and he's like massaging her neck, massaging her shoulders a little bit, like, you know, like a big brother, you know.
Better than Pox massaging her butt.
Right.
Yeah. Pox, as you walk by, you see him sitting over here at the table with his feet up. You notice Rayla as you walk by. She doesn't look at you as you walk by. She just keeps looking forward.
Mm-hmm.
You go into the office.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You set the statue down.
Yeah.
We'll start in there.
Okay. I set the statue down on the table. So what is it you want us to do with the ship, Elis?
With what ship?
The one you were just talking about.
Well, we need to investigate it. We need to find out why it's frozen, what's going on,
Okay.
and try to obtain as much information as possible. And if nothing else, big bada boo.
What if we can use it?
We might be able to use it to get to that other mothership.
I know.
With the new information you've given us, that might be a good idea, but what you're discussing sounds provoking. At this point, there's been no movement from what we're calling the God ship on the edge of the crystalline sphere. There's been no movement whatsoever besides the initial motherships leaving it. It could be empty for all we know.
Well, there's something that's higher up controlling these things that's in the crystalline sphere. I know there's the one on the outside, but they work on like a pyramid system, right?
They do.
So there's somebody at the top who's here.
The other thing I was thinking of is if we can load that ship that's just sitting there with explosives, get it onto that main ship, the God ship as he calls it,
Ooh,
and set it to explode.
that's an idea.
Just in case something happens and we can't, either one can't get on the ship or can't get off the ship.
Right.
Set it to explode.
Well, you still have the warhead. It's down in a cargo bay.
Would that be enough?
Oh, yeah.
That could work. That's a really good idea.
Make it so.
Okay.
Come up with a plan. Let me know what you're going to do.
Okay.
Stay in communication.
And we'll get you as much information as we can from that other ship and send it through channels.
Look, I have no control over what the prince does, but he's requested that this vampire come on board with you. I would suggest you keep your eyes on him.
Rosa,
Yes, Captain.
watch him, please.
Yes, Captain.
If he does anything suspicious, let me know.
As you wish, Captain.
Done.
He nods.
I'm sure he's tired of being handed notes.
And you have no idea how sorry I am.
So, evidently Doll's character is going to run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Go.
So she
Doll has to pee.
quickly runs past you guys and into the bathroom. And I will put her on the toilet. Is that where you're going?
My leg is stuck.
I'm skinny, I ain't that skinny.
We will see you shortly when you're done. That's why I put a bathroom in there.
Right?
It's fair. That's
That's why I put a
absolutely-
bathroom in there. It's fair, isn't it?
There's bathrooms everywhere.
That's just, constructive prior thinking, that's all.
Yeah.
There's even one in Ren's office.
Elis will, no, there's not a bathroom.
I thought that's what that was.
No, that's a fireplace.
They don't go to the bathroom.
Thought the fireplace was over here.
Fireplace,
Fireplace.
fish tank, and then a window.
What's that right there?
Curtains.
There's curtains on the windows.
I thought there was a
Drapery,
bathroom.
yeah.
Okay.
Curtains all around the room.
Have you been wiping with the drapery?
Uh-oh. So Elis will get up and move towards the door. When he gets right to the door, he turns and looks back at you and he says, "The Holy Hosts usually require me to give you information about certain things and they leave things out. I don't know what they're leaving out this time, but there's something. I can feel it. I'll try to figure out what it is and let you know."
Okay.
I will tell you that when we last encountered the Necrothians,
Mm-hmm.
they could pick up our telepathy. So we're going to need to be
Of
very...
course, just remember all the protocol that you've learned about them.
Right.
Don't talk about the enemy.
Right.
Matter of fact, I suppose that this room is probably secure, but the word Necrothian should not be spoken off this vessel.
Right. We are very aware of that.
Yeah.
That's why we
So-
typically refer to them as the enemy.
We have a lot of new crew on board that don't know the rules as well.
Well,
So we're going
Try to
need
teach you. And at the same time, your rules are somewhat different now.
Right?
You're no longer held by the rules of high command, so have fun with that.
It was necessary, Elis.
Actually means that if I'm here at any time, I can smoke a joint. He smiles at you.
And Seth pulls out a cigar. And
Oh
passes
no, I
it.
don't smoke. He turns and walks to the door and goes out.
But you can chew on it.
He'll leave. You guys are out here. You see Elis, and he comes around the corner like this. Elis will come up to Reva and Havoc, and or not
Hazen.
Havoc.
She's
Hazen.
facing Sabian.
Okay. He comes up behind you. You see Havoc turn around and look at him, and he's like, "Hey, General."
She'll turn and look at him.
Good luck on the mission. I'm sure the Admiral will fill you in.
Thanks.
He goes past you. Well, hi there, Eden. He stops.
Well, how are you doing
It's good
today?
to see you, darling.
Good to see you too.
Your clones are working out great.
Are they? Oh, that makes me so happy.
Thank you so much for offering your DNA.
Of course. Of course. I'm so glad it's all working out.
Geo asked me about you the other day.
Oh, did he?
He did. He was curious if how the Geo9ers were working on board and if everything was going well. I told him it was, of course.
Well, of course.
And I never had a problem with any of them. So
No.
anyway.
He asked about me or he asked about the Geo9ers?
Well, he asked about you actually.
Well, what about me?
Well, he just asked if I had seen you and if you were okay. And I told him you were.
Next time you should tell him to come ask me himself.
Okay. I'll let him know.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
You too.
If Kara's eyebrow got any higher, it'd be disappearing in her hair.
Okay.
Poor thing.
He walks
Turn
past
back forward.
you. All right.
She's
While
gonna be
while that's
quiet.
going on, you're standing there with Bay,
Oh, Jesus.
and he looks at Ares and he's like, "So,
What'd you find out?
there's no sign of either Remy or the High Priest.
They're gone.
They're gone.
No.
The temple is acting completely normal. There are no possessions. There are no signs of any of the enemy.
Well,
It's as if there was never a problem other than Frederico being gone.
have you told Reva yet?
I haven't. I also... Mother Hightower is at the temple being checked out as we speak, along with a few of the other witches from the Coven. They were evidently controlled by the Nexus for quite a few months.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's disconcerting.
So
Remy's just gone. According to Pox, hell is going to spill into the city through Remy.
that hasn't happened. Even Quill showed back up. Delar's parents, they were both controlled by the Nexus, and they no longer are controlled. They're also at the temple. So, Mother Hightower, the Quills, they don't have any memory of what the Nexus was planning or what the Nexus did.
I wonder if Todd does.
I don't know.
We need to find Remy. That's important. He is so full of demons.
Elis comes walking up about that point.
Hi, Elis.
Hi, Princess? Prince? He nods and just goes past you. Well, I'm going to go and try to find out as much as I can. My mother and father have requested that I show up, so I need to go talk to them.
Do you
They-
want me to go or stay here?
If you'd like to go with me, you can. If you'd like to stay here, you can. I know that some of the information I told you, Doll might be interested in, and some of the others as well. So you can come at any time, of course.
Okay. I'll let them know and then I'll probably be behind you shortly.
Okay. All right.
She'll walk back into the room.
Okay. your office with Ren and Seth.
Ren would say, okay, I guess we need to brief everybody on what's going on. Yeah. I wonder what it is. I wonder what they're not telling us.
It's a good question.
Because last time we went to a ship like this, it was a trap.
Right.
And the helm exploded and we got pulled into a time thing.
For a year.
So we need to be incredibly careful. I don't want that to happen again.
Right.
Captain, the Prince, or Admiral, the Prince has left the ship, as well as Elis.
Thank you, Rosa.
You get telepathy from Sejord. Admiral,
Hi.
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I am currently in a place where I can telepathy to you and give you some information without being known.
Tell me.
I don't have long. I can only tell you what I know is that the darkness from Asmo
Mm-hmm.
was surrounding this ship and then left it. When they escaped into the darkness. When the darkness left, the ship was just sitting there by itself. What we know is that there is no possession on board that vessel any longer. Whatever is there is Necrothian.
Like Asmo took all his demons?
Yes. For some reason, they're not moving and not leaving. Or unable to.
But the ship is full of Necrothians.
Yes. Bilboff says, Captain or Admiral, they're requesting us to depart. Shall I come
Yes.
out of dock?
Yes.
The crew is on board. The barbarians are not. Should we leave them?
Yes.
Very well, very well, Admiral. I'm sorry, it's going to take me a while
It's
to get used
okay.
to that.
It's
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Leaving dock, Admiral. As you guys leave the dock, you can see out the windows. Well, actually, those windows got covered up, didn't they? No, there's two, one here and one here. You can see the stars start to move. You guys start to leave. You don't feel the ship move as usual. It doesn't have a visible feel to it. But you guys leave dock. Timmy, where's Doll?
In the bathroom.
Right in the bathroom. Timmy goes over and sits down. Doll, you come out of the bathroom. Where do you go?
Ares would stop her.
Oh, okay. Sabian moves over here. You, Eden, you feel evil. You detect evil, and you haven't turned off your protection from evil. He walks right into it. You see his skin kind of sizzle a little bit, and he just turns and looks at you. He's like, well, hello there.
Well, hello there.
Sabian,
Eden.
I've seen you before. Aren't you all over the space station?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Those were the ED-10s.
You look better in black, if I
Well,
might boldly say.
Each to their own opinion.
I like women in black. And he turns and looks over at Reva.
Well, isn't that something?
See him start to smoke a little bit.
He's just standing there looking.
Standing in your bubble right in front of, right next to you. You all see it. You know, Godwin, you can see it too. He's smoking, like his skin's smoking. He's just calm as can be.
At least he doesn't need a light.
Blessings a gold star to you.
Blessings a gold star to you.
She'll turn around and she'll walk away.
Okay, he stops smoking when you walk away.
What the fuck?
Where do you go?
She'll go over there on the other side of the table. And sit
Over
down.
here or over here?
Over there.
Kara's right behind her.
Away from
Away
this
from the-
little thing that's
Okay.
going on.
Car goes with her.
Over here.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
She clears Teardrop wherever her damn token is.
Right there. Ooh, it's on the end, down there.
There she is. Yeah, so she's sitting down right there. All right.
Era's.
Era stop stall.
Yes.
All right. What do you do, Valia and Rava? You're just kind of standing there. You're like, and Godwin, you're just kind of standing there. Everybody's kind of went and sat down.
I'm gonna sit down.
You're gonna go sit down, Valia?
Yeah.
Where at? Tell me when to stop.
So I can't see
No?
of who the hell is sitting where. Yeah.
Sit next to
Next
Fox.
to Timmy?
Yep.
Okay. Valia or Rava? Come on now.
She'll just like go stand like right over here in this area.
Okay, over
Just
here.
walk closer to the table. Yeah, she's not
Okay.
gonna go sit down.
All right, Hazen goes with you and stands next to you.
Okay.
Sabian just kind of leans up against the wall right here. All right, Eris, you stop, doll.
Sam. Hey.
What about, wait, Godwin, what about you? What are you going to do?
First, he just kind of eyes Smokey over there.
Okay.
And then just rolls his eyes at the bravado and then actually walks over towards Rave again to kind of initiate conversation, kind of.
Okay. You come walking towards Rava and you see this obvious vampire, positive material vampire next to her general ranking. He looks at you with these eyes like, why are you coming here?
She'll go like that. Kind of nod at you.
He stops when Rava does that. He looks away when she nods at you. Like, okay.
Just a small smirk and then nods back. I can't even begin to say how many questions I have.
Well, ask him.
Well, first of all, I guess I need to know what is next.
So, you know, in light of some new information, we will be going after Jamal, but we have to be careful about this. We got to get Zool under control. There's some things going on in the city right now that are being taken care of. And I want to make sure that those things are okay before we put troops in Zool.
Set the trap. Fox says and looks at you.
Yes. She'll smile. Yes.
True hunter box.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm waiting to hear from my brother when the things in the city are kind of calmed down, and then we can look into Jamal.
Has there been word from your brother?
Not yet, not as far as I know. She wasn't in the room when that happened. Eris is the one who knows about that.
Hazen says to you, he says, General, he was just on board. I believe he left.
Really?
Yes. Sabian probably knows what's going on. You see Sabian leaning up against the bulkhead, and he's kind of looking over towards Pox and the table and at the thing floating above the table. He's looking at it and at Kazav.
She'll walk up to
Kazav
Sabian.
seems to be nervous of him.
Interesting. She'll walk up to Sabian.
Rava will?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what's going on in the city?
Hazen follows
Jesus Christ.
like a fucking mirror. In the city?
Yeah. Don't you know?
Which city?
You Queensland.
Oh, I have no idea.
You were just with Vay.
Yeah.
You didn't come from there?
No, he came and got me.
Why did he send you?
Here?
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea.
He didn't tell you?
Of course not.
Well, he said, I'm in a bad mood. I need to come with him. I don't know what that means.
Well, you are kind of in a bad mood.
Well, you know, it happens. You look good. You been busy?
Of course I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Observation.
Okay, roll it.
He's being more asinine than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. 6.
He's probably upset because he hasn't seen you in a while,
Oh,
and you haven't contacted him.
got you. I've been here in space. The Nexus showed up, and there were Necrothians, and
What are they?
Well, I guess if you're here, you're allowed to know, right?
Yes.
They're these alien race of beings that absorb genetic material, and if they touch anything, they turn you into them. These kids have been fighting them.
Like Umbra?
Kinda, actually, now that you say that.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
I would say the conversation obviously piques Godwin's interest because he hasn't really informed, so he does try to turn to
Kind of moves over.
step forward to listen. To,
All right.
I personally don't know a whole lot about them. But
What's that?
What?
Thing at the table.
Does she know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an Arcanite stone.
Hmm.
Her name is Rosa.
He kind of waves her out in the air. He's like,
Godwin kind of does the same thing because it hasn't been explained to him really yet either. He's like,
so she's the ship.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
This is the Sub Rosa. That's Rosa. I know, it's kind of wild.
Sub
isn't
rosa, meaning hidden, quiet, unknown.
it? Yeah.
Yes. I get it.
I don't know. There's an awful lot of people on the ship for it to be unknown, but
Yeah, looks like some arcane engineers had too much time on their hands. Hazen glares. When you laugh, he glares at him. He's like,
oh my god. He needs to go do something.
You called him here.
He's
Yeah.
helpful. He's a cavalier.
You see that. You're standing there and you see Hazen glare at Sabian, and Sabian doesn't even acknowledge that he glares at him. He just smiles at Reva.
it does give Godwin a certain delight to see someone of Hazen's stature and being get frustrated by someone nonchalantly.
Yeah.
He gets all kerfuffled all the time. That's a common occurrence.
As you guys are standing there, Cord comes running into the main deck. He runs over here, like next to Hazen and Sabian, and he's like, oh.
Ares will kind of step back because she's in the hall. She's
Okay,
like next to the
You're talking to Doll.
Yeah.
He comes running past. He looks at Ares and nods and goes to Sabian. He's like, hey. Sabian looks at him like just kind of glares. He's like, yeah? Aren't you Sabian from the Council Fox? And he's like,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
he rolls his eyes like,
That's right, but she's just like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Ares, you hear this?
She raises an eyebrow.
He's like, dude, I love your fucking music. I saw you. And he starts talking to him. You see Sabian just go, uh-huh. He's just nodding his head. And of course, like, you guys are amazing. You are absolutely amazing. He goes, now, I know there was some problems with that concert. Some people died. And there were some humans drained and shit like that. But, man, your music, outstanding. Out-fucking-standing. You know, I learned one of your songs. And Sabian's like, yeah? He's like, yeah, I learned one of your songs. Yeah, you're amazing. You're absolutely amazing. He goes, let me guess, you want to play it for me? He's like, oh, I couldn't. I would. He's like, no, you can't. Right now is not the appropriate time. Look, maybe we can talk some other time. It's a pleasure to meet you, though. And he's like, oh, man, you too. Thanks. Yeah. And then he turns and sees Raven, like you realize he didn't even realize you were standing there.
She's
he looks
just looking
he's
at
like-
him with an eyebrow
He
raised.
salutes. She's like, General, I apologize. And he turns and does an about face, and out he goes. He looks at you and he's like,
She's
I'm
laughing.
sorry about that.
Is that fun for you?
What do you think? Petty fucking humans, he says under his breath.
Oh
You
boy.
hear that?
Well, I don't even remember where I was. The crow's ants. That's
Standing there in your fullest form of you. Yes, Necrothians. Meanwhile, Eris is talking to Doll. What do you tell her?
So I recently learned some information.
You just gonna
She'll take her hand. Yeah, she'll just tell her right there. People are gonna find out eventually anyway.
you just start filling her in.
And she'll just start filling her in. She'll say, "Your parents." She'll go like this, which she said, "Your parents
You're my parents.
Are no longer possessed by the Nexus, obviously. I just thought, I know you knew that, but just a conscious reminder. In case we do end up going back to Queensland, which we probably will at some point. You don't have to see them if you don't want to. It's your decision, completely.
It all feels very inconsequential now.
Well, you should, spend time with your friends, doll.
Huh?
She said you should spend time with your friends. Like, you're a kid. And you've been trapped with me for a year. I'm sure your little brother misses you. Why don't you try to experience some joy?
What's that?
Right over here on my lap. In your pock's sake. He smiles at you over his shoulder. Then he turns back around. Timmy's like,
Truly on the hunt at all times.
Okay.
Okay. I will try.
She's gonna walk up to.
you realize Pox can hear from a long way away.
Yeah. Goodness. She'll walk up to Reva and Sabian and Hazen, Arizal and
Okay.
and Godwin.
All right.
Where did his token go?
I
And
think I put
Doll,
my cloak on and disappeared.
Doll, go sit down.
you sit next to Pox?
Yep.
Okay. You sit down and he's like, I saved it just for you. And he pats it.
Thank you.
I like your red hair.
It's nice, right?
It is.
It's better than the blue, huh?
Yeah.
I think so too.
Ray next to you, he goes, yes, I like it as well. It looks wonderful.
Thank you.
You did something else different too. You're wearing makeup.
Yes. I had to learn
It looks good.
a lot of girly stuff.
You've been
that
hanging around with her, I'm sure.
I never got any of that growing up, being in the Gold Star Academy.
I can imagine. I am so sorry that happened to you.
So I really like all the color. It's really cool.
She nods.
How are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm alright. Ignored,
Mhm.
but it doesn't matter.
Is there something I can do to help? Well, if you want to talk about it, I'm here for you.
That's nice of you. That's nice of you. Thank you.
Well, you've always been very kind.
I owe this ship my life, so
glad you're still here. Even if you're not getting what you want. Hey, maybe you should look somewhere else. She'll wink at her.
She smiles and looks at you for a second. She blushes a little. She's like, okay, maybe I should. I'll think
If
about
somebody
it.
doesn't want your attention, don't give it to them. They're probably not worth it anyway.
Tell him, girl.
She nods at you and smiles, and then she changes the subject and she says, so do you have a room?
I do. I'm never in there. I don't sleep.
I've got a room, but it's Seth's, and I'm thinking maybe I should get my own.
Well, you can use my room.
I thought maybe I could bunk with you for a while or something, maybe.
Absolutely.
Which
Like
room
I
is
said,
it?
I don't sleep. The only thing I ever go in there for is to do alchemy.
That's what he said too. I don't ever use my room. Anyway,
Do you want me to teach you to meditate? So you don't have to sleep either?
maybe.
I can.
Okay, well we can talk
I think
about
I can.
it. We can talk about it.
My teacher taught me.
I'd love to learn, absolutely.
Okay. So the next time you get tired and want to go to sleep, let me know.
I bet I can make you sleep. He looks at you, dog. Smiles at you.
This is just on it.
Right?
Yeah, I'm sweating like a fool over here.
Rayla's like,
What the hell, man?
he seems to like you an awful lot. Is he charmed? I think he was charmed. She says that out loud. He's like, what?
I think that the other Delara probably charmed him. So I myself, if I get harmed in any way, some protections invoke, and the person that tried to harm me will immediately fall in love with me.
I hit her with a dart.
That's what happened.
Velia, you hear that. You're across the table from him.
Valish growls.
He looks over at you. This like very guttural growl comes out of this petite little female over there, and he's like looks at you funny like for a second. He's like,
Makes the skin crawl.
yeah. He's like, what the fuck?
So that's probably what happened. Be glad you didn't. Oh, I don't know that. Never mind.
He's like, well, I don't feel any different.
Maybe you actually loved her. Did you guys actually share time together? Did you bond? Did you
Almost,
talk?
but then something happened. That Nexus thing.
So it sounds like you developed real feelings for her in that period of time that you spent together.
Perhaps.
I'm sorry that that happened.
He smiles at you. You're so kind. I'm not used to kindness. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll be friends for a while. We'll see what happens, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
I've experienced a lot of abuse growing up in the Gold Star Academy. And now I use all of that to treat people the way they should be treated. Yeah. So,
Very well.
blessings of Aphrodite. Yeah.
Sub Rosa in the middle, she says, Admiral, and it goes through the whole ship.
She was about to get up and walk out there.
We're 15 minutes away from the mothership.
Yeah, she's gonna get up, walk out there. She was about to. I was just trying to wait for everybody
Right.
and not
You
interrupt.
and Zen, so you come out with Seth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seth takes his normal seat here.
All right, crew. Everybody, circle up. We got a mission.
Here?
No, the
Oh, here.
next to the cigars.
Okay.
Because he has a cigar while he.
Yeah, Zen comes, like, sees you, sits there, and she's like, oh, okay.
You want to sit here?
No, you go ahead.
I can
You
sit
go-
across.
I want to sit next to Ren. Ren, where are you going to sit?
She'll walk around the table. Let's go sit over here. She'll sit next to Kazap.
Okay. Zen sits here.
She'll sit. So,
He's got his drink and his cigar.
Everybody's sitting down, and what do you do?
Gotta get
You
my
going to stay over here with them?
cigar.
It kind of looks like she's starting to come to give you guys
yeah.
your orders or whatever.
Really quick, actually, Ares needs to tell Rava and Sabian and Hazen.
Okay.
Ares would say, I have some bad news. Godwin's standing there, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna look at Rava and say, don't freak out.
Bad way to start.
Frederico and Remy are both gone. And nobody knows where they're at.
Valia. I don't want to actually do it.
On the table?
Yes.
BAM! You guys hear this loud bang.
Damn it!
Goblin had taken a step forward, but then takes a step back to turn around to react to the reaction.
What's your strength, Velia?
She break the fucking
He was the only fucking thing I cared about!
Oh my god. Amelia has a meltdown. Raven's
in
gonna
human form, 19.
Raven's gonna walk that
All right.
way.
It hits the table hard. It lets out a ring.
Okay, it doesn't break it.
No.
Is she turning?
No.
She'll look at her. Is she
No,
turning?
she's not turning.
Okay, then she won't walk over there.
No, she's just yelling. He was my only friend that was left alive. God damn it, I want him back!
She's screaming and yelling.
I second that. That's Raven.
Drink.
Yes!
He'll pour her a drink.
Okay. Gavor says it's okay. It's okay. We will figure out what happened, my friend.
Ren says, we can look into it, okay? We'll figure it out.
Just find out where he is, please.
Eris will say, Vay is searching. He's searching and he's gonna let me know as soon as he knows something. They're looking.
Not fast enough. Just slam her drink.
Okay.
Whenever he gives it to her.
All right.
Ren will kind of lean up on the table and say, okay, guys, I need everybody to focus up because this is really important. The Necrothian ship that was outside of the Astrum prison escaped. And it's still there. Now, from what I understand, the darkness was surrounding it.
Sabian comes around the corner.
And
Seth is gonna telepathy Rosa to seal this room.
Okay. Eris, do you move up or
Yeah,
so
she'll
you can
move up.
hear?
yeah,
Where do you move to?
she'll go sit next to Valia.
Okay. Rava,
She'll just stand there.
Right here?
She'll lean against this wall right here.
here?
Yep.
Okay.
Godwin
The-
steps out of General Boy's way. So the shadow.
Like this?
He was gonna stand against the wall, but then he just
I
kind of.
can't see
Well, where
Godwin.
am I?
I can't either.
You can't see Godwin?
No.
Really good at hiding in plain sight. Don't worry about
What the hell?
Yeah, he's gone.
Hiding in shadows.
it. I am outside the ship.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Where the fuck did
Well,
he
that's
go?
fucked up.
You see him now?
Nope.
I didn't even roll for that.
Really?
There's a little thing.
Hey, when
up
you
there
went
at
to
the
movie the
top of
first time, when I
screen,
followed her when
he's
she went to
an
talk to
eyeball.
Sabian, I
Oh,
just
okay.
I kind of blinked out.
He's there.
Okay.
Well,
Is he
All
right
right,
next
hold
to
on.
Right
I am sorry. You guys should have said something the whole time. Let's bring you back in and see what happens.
there he is.
Now you see him.
Yeah.
Now I'm there.
All right.
There he is.
Somebody casting a little large.
No wonder you didn't know what, like, where you gonna go. You didn't know where you were. So you're right there.
Ren
Stay
will
there.
say, Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just turn and say, do you have enough view?
He looks at you like you're crazy. He just goes,
Take that as a yes.
he's almost like he has no mind. Like you can tell that this guy, he may have the rank of a general, but he doesn't act like a general. He doesn't. He holds no personality.
He's a yes man.
Yeah, it
Teresa.
seems very odd to you.
So Godwin is taking a little bit of inner joy and provoking grumpiness.
Yeah.
He's her
Okay.
thrall.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's her thrall. That's that's
Sabian looks over at you and kind of chuckles a little bit, and he's like, winks at you, and then turns and looks back, almost like he enjoys that you're fucking with him. And Hazen doesn't seem to even notice what you're doing. He's like, "What the hell?" You know. And then he actually moves away from you and kind of moves over back behind Reva like that. You know, just stands there and just kind of looks at Reva like,
And Godwin takes a side step back into where he was standing.
Okay.
In his vision.
"All right." You're Sabian snicker.
He can't help. He can't help.
Raven's
but
kind of like got a smirk on her face, but like Hazen's behind her, you know, so he can't see it. She's like watching all this take place.
So Admiral, where are they sending us, and what is
So-
the issue?
The ship that was outside the Ashton prison, the Necrothian ship. The
mothership.
yes. I guess it got away before the explosion. And it had gotten trapped in the darkness. Now, from what we understand, the darkness went over the ship, and he took all of his demons with him when the darkness left.
DA did,
Yes,
because that says.
yes.
Well, that's odd.
It is odd. They want us to go investigate the ship, but there are Necrothians aboard. Now, I don't know. It seems weird, you guys. It seems weird.
Timmy's like, fuck that.
So,
Dude,
I'm-
those things will fuck us up.
I know.
Ren, is that to say that Asmo is scared of the Necrothians?
No, he had them possessed.
Who says this, dog?
Dog. Then why would he leave?
I don't know. I don't know, and that's the weird part. I don't know why he would do that. But
I know.
Why?
They're all going to the same place.
Where?
I have told you already.
The portal.
All of his forces are headed in that direction.
do you know where? Exactly?
No. Through him. The captured one.
I must ask, does he consider the Necrothians his forces?
Well, he summoned them,
Yes, he
And then
summoned them
possessed
from
them.
outside the crystalline sphere.
but they were not willing. They have their own agenda, which is to seek and absorb genetic material of any kind.
And they can pick up telepathy.
If we speak about them or telepathy about them outside of the ship, they will hear it.
I can tell you that Asmo has no connection with them. They are against him.
That's good.
They are not on his side.
That's good information.
It is. One of the things we know about Necrothians is they set traps. So this very well could be a trap. Now, I don't understand why they're trying to send us in there. Now, I had another plan. A way for us to take the Necrothians out completely. And I know it's going to sound kind of crazy, but in order to do so, I would need the help of Zen and Ares and the rest of you. So my idea is, if we can get a hold of possessed Necrothians, as we know, Zen's capable of possessing them. And as we also know, Ares is capable of making spells in an area of effect. Now, if she does this, we can all possess the Necrothians and board ships. like it's nothing. We would be able to blend in.
Timmy's like, what?
Then our bodies wouldn't be harmed.
You want us to go into their bodies and possess them?
Be better than taking our own bodies in there.
What do we do with our bodies? Are they just going to be laying here?
We'll put them somewhere safe. I'm not gonna leave our bodies out in the middle of space, of course. Look, I'm not gonna make anybody do this who doesn't want to, okay? And she looks at me, it's okay. This is, whoever's willing, this has to be on a volunteer basis.
It's embargo.
But you
Rayla
know,
says, I would rather not.
this is a later thing. This is something that it will take time to do.
And how do you plan on finding possessed Necrothians?
That part I haven't worked out yet. But we know that they're out there. We've dealt with them. Now, as far as this ship, I wasn't really given any details. All I was told was that we needed to investigate it. That it's like not moving or inert. There's been no activity out of the ship since the darkness left it. And they don't know why. But they know they're a Necrothian's board. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. This is exactly what they told us before you all got stuck in that time loop.
That's what I said.
Sin says, I can possess even a Necrothian. There need not be a demon or a devil within it.
Right, well, that led to my previous question is what if there are no possessed Necrothians?
We can possess them. I can send minions from the lower planes within these Necrothians, but it is not a for sure thing. I have to tell you, when I possessed one of them on the Astrum prison, it was rather easy.
Okay.
Are their minds their own?
No.
So, let me ask you a question. Did you feel any connection to their
Yes.
higher ups when you
Yes,
did that?
but he was unable to touch me, or it was unable to touch me and connect with me.
No.
There was a barrier between us and the devil that was possessing him.
Do you know why?
It could not reach my mind, but it could reach the devil's mind.
I see. So in order to protect ourselves, they would already have to be possessed by a demon.
Yes, but I can do so.
Okay.
That is easy.
My main concern, personally for myself, is that every time we've gone onto one of these ships, I have absolutely zero power. I am completely disconnected. I had a brain fart. I am completely disconnected from the nether.
So what if, because Rayla said she didn't want to go, what if you and Rayla stayed behind and watched over the bodies?
Well, I'm not saying we have to do it this time.
Right, but
But, Doll, you don't have to go if you don't want to.
No.
You can stay on the ship. Like I said, going on the ship right now, this is all of it. I'm not going to force you guys. I know some of us want to go and are, gung-ho and ready, but there are some of us who don't. And I don't feel that it's right to force you.
the goal is to protect as many of us as possible.
Like I said, we have no idea what's going on the ship. The way that Elis described it to me was that it's inert, the ship. So they don't know if they are not capable of moving, but there's been no movement out of them since the darkness left. But they're sure that there are Necrothians on it.
And then my other concern is that since these things adapt with genetic material, then I'm going to assume that means that all of the magic that I used to protect you guys last time is not going to work this time. So all of those protective spells that I put on everybody before you go, there's a chance that they might not work this time. If they have adapted.
Rosa, did they adapt in that fashion?
Yes, Captain. It is known that the Necrothians will adapt to certain forms of magic. If they have genetically absorbed that form of magic already, then they become immune to it.
dogs one time.
And forgive my ignorance. The possession, it is one demon per Necrothian, or there's one demon over multiple Necrothians.
So it's one demon per Necrothian, and then we possess the demons. And the demons offer a layer of protection for our minds.
My
Correct?
question,
Should look at Zed.
Zed nods.
which leads me to my next question of, if there are no more possessed Necrothians, and they were a staging ground, then where are all the possessed demons now, other than
They're going to.
where we already think that they are?
That's where they are.
They're gathering inside of Mecra and Remy.
So if the Necrothians were a trap before, what's to stop them from being a trap of our own design now?
Nothing.
Zed says, last time it was easy because they were caught in time.
They were.
If you remember, time was fractured when we were in the Astron prison. It was as if they were sitting ducks.
They were.
They
And
may
it was
be able
still-
to be resistant to it.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, it was as if their minds were wide open in time, and it was easy to move within them. It may not be so easy this time. Especially if there's something on that ship that protects them psionically or psychically. According to our intel, they are controlled by a psychic being of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I went up against.
The one that I felt, they could not reach me. I'm not sure what you felt, but
Are you speaking of the entity that was in the engine room
no.
in
No,
the
that
time
was-
loop?
Was there an entity in the engine?
That was previous. That's what Seth says. He says that was previous. And that was a different creature altogether.
Are you talking about the one that's inside the crystalline sphere or out of it?
Inside.
Okay.
It was one from the ship. The very ship that we are headed to now.
But it's not the same
Captain, we
one.
have reached our destination. The Necrothian mothership is approximately 2 minutes from us. Shall I? I'll stop.
Yes. Stealth.
Activating stealth.
But it's not the same entity that I went up against in the engine room? Are you sure?
I don't know, Senses, I don't know. I know that this entity was aboard that ship. It controlled the whole ship.
Didn't you come in contact with that entity as well? Was it the same one that was in the engine? Or was it different? Do you know?
It felt different.
Perhaps Penitent would know, Kazav says. I will ask him.
Okay.
He also dealt with that entity.
Right.
We're going to stop and take a quick break there.
Okay.
Give you guys some time to kind of think things over.
Seth will say that unless you're in this room under lockdown, do not say the demon's name or the Necrothian's name out loud or in your head, because they can recognize that via telepathy or if you speak it.
Even if you use a different name for them, if you're just referring to them in any way,
They
will
can
know.
pick that up.
We will break there. Kazav will say one more thing. He says, we had initially said to call them the enemy. I suggest that that is used because I have protections on that specific thought and word currently.
The enemy.
Thank you. The enemy.
You're welcome.
Perfect.
And we'll take a break, guys, and we will be right back. And we're back. The map will show the size of the Necrothian mothership and the size of the Sub Rosa.
Yeah, that's not a star. That's the Sub Rosa.
Sub Rosa is like 200 and some odd feet by 333 feet, and so yeah, this thing is massive, and you see it there. Sub Rosa will throw it up on the monitor where you guys can get a look at it. Zumbar goes. He turns and looks over at Gumbar and he's like, Admiral, it's Gavor. He says, Admiral, there is no psychic impression like there was last time. I feel nothing. It's not like it was.
There's nothing there?
There are no consciousnesses that I can feel. Of course, if we get closer, I might be able to tell better.
Go in slow, Rosa. That's what happened last time. When the ship blew up. That was what happened.
Yeah.
Rosa, do you detect any vessels besides us anywhere nearby?
No, no, Admiral, and we are cloaked. Commander Penitent has a new scanner that has been completed. Shall I use it?
Yeah.
You guys hear like a underneath you. You see a light go out from the windows throughout the stars in like a circular area. On the monitor, you see what looks like a vessel with wings behind you, about 10 ships behind you. You recognize the death sickle, and then it disappears. Captain, there is a vessel behind us. I believe it is the death sickle.
Well, it's good to know they're still with us. This feels weird, guys.
Going back to cloak, Captain.
Thank you, Rosa.
Shall I approach? Or shall I have Bilboff approach?
Yes.
Shall I go to the side, Captain? You hear Bilboff say, or Admiral?
Yeah.
All right, he will fly.
She's gonna look this.
this
Can
way.
she see anything about the ship?
As you come and you get closer, you can see that the ship itself, like before, it has growing veins and things on the outside of it. It does not look like the ship is dead, like as far as the power and stuff like that goes. As you get closer on the front wings, you can see that the power is still pulsating on the engines. But in the very tip of it, where that main beam weapon is, still seems to be powered.
Last time they wanted us to get that. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
That was what caused the explosion.
Yep. But there's no green pulsating orb
No.
like there was last time.
No. As you get closer and you come to the airlock, Sub Rosa will tell you that she can see inside of it, and there seems to be pods located there. And then she throws up an image of what the inside of the vessel looks like from the pulse that Penitent had created, and this is what you see. She starts throwing it up.
Pods, just like last time.
Any empty?
Captain, I show Necrothians all throughout the vessel, but they don't seem to be moving. She zooms in and shows you that there is an overlord at the helm, but he is frozen.
Frozen.
This individual here,
Yeah.
he's frozen, as are the rest of them.
Just like
There's 2 apex ascendants, There is 2 necrothralls right there next to him. The necromags are all around the area as well. She goes into this chamber here and she shows you that there are necro or Thane stalkers hooked up to machines, and their eyes are closed on both sides. As you go through the ship, you can see that there are ascendants attached to these machines and all kinds of pods. Each side is the same. There's also an overlord in the back of the vessel, guarded by 2, or standing next to 2 necrothralls. She tells you that genetic material is in the engine area, and that everything seems to be active and working, but nothing is moving.
Can you tell what's inside the pods?
She believes that it is drow, or dark elves. Sorry, that the pods are all filled with dark elves.
What?
The fuck?
Why?
Do not know, Captain.
Godwin becomes visibly uneasy.
Okay.
He kind of leans like closer to the on a wall. Just
Okay.
Obviously shakes him a little bit. And then I kind of want to go with gut feeling on this, just to
Okay. Roll a gut feeling.
whatever I want for that.
Eden has that too.
Do you
Nice.
not have her check on there?
But that's what I was gonna say.
Constitution.
Yeah, Constitution. Okay.
Constitution.
I'm sorry, I'm not completely familiar with her own system.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Constitution. That's what it is. Roll a gut feeling about. So what are you specifically rolling a gut feeling about?
Just that new, information that hits him, if that really, if the importance of it. I guess,
Okay,
just
all right.
And
The Dark Elves,
Alright.
or
the Dark Elves, and then just if that if there's that kind of feeling of extra danger, kind of.
Okay, all right.
And after he gets done with that, I have a question for Zen.
Admiral, they do not seem to be affected, she tells you.
they're not infected.
They are not infected. It's like they are sealed in the tubes, protected from the infection somehow. Roll your gut feeling.
That's with the
20, and you got to get under your Constitution.
Under. Okay. 13. I mean, yeah, that's under.
It's under?
Yeah.
So,
Obviously, they've been collected from somewhere. You are so far from Shill at this point that you're wondering where they were collected from. Your gut instinct tells you they must have had a ship. There must be a dark elf ship somewhere, or you must have encountered a dark elf ship somewhere. Your gut instinct is telling you, are they male or female, is your question.
Yeah, that's actually. I mean, it's in my rank. I can ask Rosa the question.
Yeah.
So I asked Rosa if they are male or female Dark Elves, if she can tell.
They are male, Commander. Every single one of them.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Why
Zen,
on earth would a bunch of dark elves, especially male dark elves, be in space?
to escape?
I was gonna say maybe they were escaped slaves.
Yeah. To escape slavery.
Unless someone wants them here.
Unless they were sent by their goddess.
mm-hmm.
And I mean this is Velia. I mean no offense to anyone by this, but dark elves are a superior race physically and magically.
Captain, our scanner has reached out almost to the edge of its limit, and I have detected a destroyed dark elven vessel. It is, pieces of it are floating in space. It is
Okay.
approximately 5 miles away.
Dark elves, like other elves, come from magic. Is it literally in their blood?
But why haven't they been absorbed? Like, it would make sense if they had never come across that genetic material before, so they absorbed a bunch of them to gain their magical abilities, but they're perfectly okay.
Have we ever encountered something that they can absorb?
Not yet.
Ice.
Huh?
Ice.
Admiral, do they...
Electricity.
The genomites are harmed by electricity, and the necromags are harmed by ice. That is the extent of our knowledge on what harms them.
They're-
Other materials will harm them, a slash, a energy blast, energy swords, they will harm them.
We know that they're immune to fire and poison.
Yes, but has there ever been genetic material that they have not been able to consume?
Not that we're aware.
No,
Not that we're aware of, Commander.
Unless this is the first one.
Well, there's only two ways to test the theory, in my opinion.
Zen,
Also, why are they frozen?
Zen, how close do you have to be for the possession?
I could probably do it from through the hall, but I will have to summon some demons or devils to do so. She looks around the room and specifically turns and looks over at Eden and Kara. She's like,
Is there any way to test Necrothian advances without getting a hold of Necrothian? I assume we don't just keep Necrothian flesh or samples on the ship.
No.
Commander, there is Necrothian DNA that the Alliance has collected, but it is secured in a very specific location, and very little information has been released about it. Risa has requested several times to learn more information about them, and has been denied. However, there is a scientist that has been captured and has been imprisoned for genetic mutation experiments using Necrothian technology. She has been arrested by this group.
Wasn't she on that prison?
No, Commander.
Is she on Lux?
We got her from that first ship.
No, Admiral.
She's wherever they're keeping her.
Right.
Oh, I don't know.
She is in a lab in a location that I cannot reveal. Experiments continue.
Makes Ryan feel sick to her stomach.
Sin says, are the experiments being done by the doctor that was arrested? I cannot release that information, Commander.
Seth just says, that's a yes.
Kazav smiles at you. He's like,
Well, Admiral, I would offer you more of my blood, but without a way to test the theory.
And Seth just looks over at Ren and says, I'm with you.
I have a drow captivity if you would like me to retrieve him, Sabian says. I'm not sure if you want to do such tests, but if need be, I do have one.
Ren's just shaking her head.
Zin's like,
Mm-hmm.
very well. If you change your mind, let me know. He turns to Raven, he goes, it's a male.
Raven laughs.
Oh, goodness. Ren would say, okay, well, I guess
Do we just come to gather information?
Give me a second.
Ren, you hear Gordon say, "Hey, we're heading towards this vessel that we see.
Gordon?
We're heading towards this vessel that we see that's looks like it's been destroyed by these Necrothians. I'll let you know what we find. And by the way, the Nexus creature, it left the crystal sphere."
She'll say that. Thank you, Lord Vane. Let me know.
You're welcome.
Make Ren highly uncomfortable talking to him.
Yeah! Fuck. She's so scared of them.
Yeah.
They're like creeping around like stalking butlers in the background.
The fuck?
Rose, approximately how many pods are there?
You would ask that question.
Around 400, a little over 400, Commander. 432, I believe, which is technically the complement of a man of war. An elven vessel. Or a radiant vessel.
So, there's no way we could haul all of these. There's no way.
You might be able to haul one side, but that would be it. And that would be stacking them in every little nook and cranny. You're already full up with cargo right now, so it would really be hard. Like, you wouldn't be able to go out the airlocks, and, you know, it would be difficult.
How many Necrothians are on this ship, Rosa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
A lot.
16.
So, hold on, I'll tell you. Wait,
It's like 34.
around 70.
Oh, there's a bunch I don't see.
Around 70 Necrothians, she tells you. And as far as we know, these ships hold a lot more than that. Normally they have around 12 to 1,500 Necrothians, so there are a lot missing.
Okay. Well, I suppose from here all we can do is I can either report back to Elis or we can go in and gather more information. Give me a second. She'll telepathy Elis.
If only destroying the vessels are an option.
Report.
What's going on?
There are 432 pods with drow males who are unaffected aboard the vessel. And everything aboard the vessel,
Captured?
yes, is frozen. They're not moving. We have not boarded the vessel yet.
Are they?
They're in pods, protected from the
What?
mutation. There was a dark elf ship found.
What sort of pods?
I'm not sure. They look.
Necrothians don't have pods.
They have some kind of pods. I'm looking at them. Here, she'll show him in his head what she's looking at.
Those are Alliance technology, he says. Those are not Necrothian pods. Those are Alliance pods.
Where did they get those?
Maybe from the Hope?
Oh my god.
Maybe.
How do you want me to proceed?
If you feel safe sending a small team inside to investigate the pods, perhaps retrieve one.
We can't just leave all these souls here, Elis. It's not right.
Retrieve a pod. Let's look at it. Let's find as much information on it as we can.
Okay.
and then we will decide what we should do.
Okay.
Regardless, your orders are to destroy it after we've collected intel. Even if these souls are on board, I agree with you that this is not something you should do if they are beings of goodness, but really, Drow? That many Drow in one place could not possibly be good. Perhaps the Necrothians have done something good for us by capturing them all.
I'll let you know.
Admiral, this is Gordon. Or he says Rin. He says Rin. This is Gordon. This is a vessel from the abyss. This is the Spider Queen's colors. This is a Spider Queen vessel. There are pieces here and there, and we have been able to detect female bodies. It would seem that they were destroyed by Necrothian weapons. Looks to be some sort of transport ship. But it's empty.
One more time, she will telepathy Elis and say the ship that the Dark Elves came in on looks to be some sort of transport ship. It was manned by female Drow, but they are all dead.
A slaver ship.
It is a Spider Queen vessel from the abyss.
Interesting. That probably means they have a stronghold or something nearby. Be careful. They do have technology in space, and they do have vessels, and they are able to cloak.
Okay. Right. She'll look at everybody in the room and she'll say, we are to retrieve a pod and bring it on board and learn as much as we can about it before we proceed. And he says that once we're finished, we have to destroy the ship.
Do we try to take the pulse weapon?
She'll ask you this. Do you want the pulse weapon this time? In front of the ship?
Anything that we can collect that will be useful, I would say do so, but if it has got that genetic material mixed in with it, don't do that.
Okay.
The only reason I'm telling you to bring the pods aboard is they are Alliance. If they are not infected, bring them aboard. If it's infected in any way, do not collect it and bring it on your ship.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, she'll tell him. He said, anything that's infected, don't bring it on the ship. So if the pods are infected, then
We
the
need to
answer's
take
no.
Risa with us. She's the only one that can tell us 100%.
Yeah.
And then he will telepathy to Czar,
Okay?
say, get the bomb ready.
Very well, Commander.
She'll telepathy Risa. Say, Risa, can you come out here for a moment, please?
Of course, Admiral. She comes out into the room, walks up to the table and looks around.
We are going to have to collect these pods, and she'll look up at the screen. You are the only one among us who can tell if they're infected or not.
I'll get my equipment.
Thank you.
She turns and goes back in.
That does not make Car happy.
I'm sure.
Mm.
I'm sure.
She comes back in with this device that seems to be put together with pieces and parts. It has a tube that hooks on a backpack that she's wearing, and she comes out with it in her hand. She's okay.
We haven't finished the scanner yet.
Right. Who wants to go with her? She'll look around the room.
Seth stands up. He's ready.
Godwin wants to go.
Reese is like, should I
By the way, he's got
get a suit
a
on?
beret on. I knew it'd say down.
Should I go to
Suit.
engineering and get a suit? An environmental suit.
Oh.
I don't want to be in there without being protected.
Okay.
I think anyone that goes in there should be wearing one.
Okay. She'll telepathy
Penitent.
penitent the engineer and ask him, how many suits do we have available?
Suits.
Suits.
Environmental suits?
Yes.
We have 4.
4?
Gold.
Yeah, medication.
So she'll say 4. We have 4 suits, so 4 of us can go.
I can make more, Admiral. I didn't know you needed any more. They're used for us here in engineering.
We're going to use them to board the ship.
AV suit on.
Oh,
Necropian ship.
use the Land Rover.
Good idea.
Yeah, prepare it.
Very well.
Get him all excited.
'Cause we haven't had a chance to use that yet.
It should fit inside of the airlock. They are large airlocks. We
Okay.
can figure out how to open them. If not, the arms on the Land Rover should be able to rip them open, but of course that will cause damage to the ship.
Last time we were just able to connect. We haven't tried yet.
These are humongous.
There's no way.
You look at it and it's like this. One of these is the size of half the side of your ship. I mean, they're humongous. If you look,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't realize.
the ship, you know, I mean, your airlocks are these little
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. So
You know, there is no.
there's got to be some way that they let smaller ships board the vessel, right?
Seems to be no sign of anything like that.
We don't want to cause any damage.
Gordon will say to you, hey, Brent,
Yeah.
we've detected 3 dark elven vessels cloaked. In our location.
Are they moving?
No, they're sitting still. Almost like they're waiting for something. We're gonna back off.
Okay, let me know if you see them move.
Okay.
She'll telepathy Elis. 3 dark elf vessels. It looks like they're waiting.
What kind?
I don't know. I just know that there are 3 dark elf vessels. It seems like they're waiting for something. We haven't connected to the ship yet. We're trying to figure out how to get in without causing any damage.
How are you detecting these vessels? Admiral, what are you hiding from me?
It's the death sickle. Yes. I didn't know that they were following us. And he let me know.
What kind of vessels are they? I need to know that. Do I need to
She'll
send?
telepathy Gordon.
Do I need to send the Vice Admiral that way and the HC Valiant?
Hold on. She'll telepathy Gordon. What kind of vessels are they?
Radiant Wing.
She'll tell you this radiant wing.
There's probably 1,000
You said there were 3.
individuals on board.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
I mean, either way, that kind of sucks. But
She just tinkled a little.
Yeah. I got my eye on them. They're not moving.
Okay.
They're not aware of us.
Thank you.
or of you, for that matter.
Thank you for your help.
I believe you're too
Gordon.
far away for them to even know that you're there.
Okay, let me know if there's any activity, please.
Of course.
Just look at Elis. There are 3 radiant wing vessels.
Oh shit.
And there are about 1,000
So you
individuals.
telling everybody?
Yeah.
You tell everybody?
Yeah, she'll tell everybody. This is what I learned just now. I'm waiting for
In what kind of
Elis
formation?
to tell me what to do. It seems like they're waiting. Gordon and Zira found them.
Admiral, it would be, here Sabrosa, Admiral, it would be very difficult for us to take on 3 radiant vessels.
They don't seem to think that they notice us, but I don't know. Elis is asking me if he should send Vice Admiral Sejord and HC Valiant.
Not Sejord.
Not Sejord? Oh, which Vice Admiral?
What other Vice Admiral do you know?
Nova.
Nova? Oh shit. No?
One that used to pilot your vessel.
Oh, Xavier!
Oh.
Oh shit!
You think, but you don't know who's actually commanding
So
it.
she would save the Vice Admiral and the HC Valiant. I'm guessing Xavier, but I don't know.
Do we know what kind of formation these ships are hiding in?
She'll ask Gordon if he can show her what it looks like.
He shows you. They're surrounding in like a triangular formation around the vessel that's been destroyed.
She'll say, Rosa, can you put this image up on the screen? And she'll show everybody.
She does.
She'll show Rosa and have her
She
show
does.
everybody up on the screen what it looks like.
So they're basically, triangulating around it in a triangle.
Around the destroyed one?
Yep.
Okay.
Around the main portion of the destroyed one. There are pieces out past that floating in space. But
She'll show Elis and she'll say,
you do not want to get into it with them.
I don't.
Don't be seen by them.
Okay.
I think you could probably outrun them.
Do you still want me to proceed in trying to get one of the pods?
Yes.
Because if I rip this open, it's going to cause a commotion.
Why do you have to rip it open?
Because the airlock is about half the size of the Sabrosa.
Can you see through it? Into the room?
Okay, she'll stand up from the table and she'll go down to the airlock.
Oh yeah? She just stands up and walks
Yeah.
out?
She's just
That's right on her heels.
All right.
I'm gonna go see if we can see through it. Because I can open a portal for you guys.
You can see through it, Admiral. That's what Sabrosis is. And she shows the image from the side of your
Oh.
ship in through it. It's windowed. You can see right in and see the pods.
I can open a portal.
If you can get them close enough to one of those things, we can pull it through.
Well, Risa needs to check it first
Okay.
before we bring it into the ship.
Get
But
her-
we should probably into the medical bay. And you guys, these pods, they're Alliance. They're maybe they got them from the Hope. I don't know. But that's why Elis wants it.
Okay. How many suits do we got?
4.
Rosa, how much do you think those things weigh?
Around 500 pounds, Commander.
So if I use the lion, I could carry one fairly easy.
As long as it's not infected.
Oh, I would have to take Risa with me to find out for sure.
Okay. Let's
to do the cheetah
Let's-
thing and run downstairs and get 2 suits.
Okay.
Let's do this in the medical bay
Okay.
All right, you run
So-
down.
so that it can be sealed
Commander
off.
Penitent's down there when you come in.
Okay.
He's smiling. How'd the scanner work? It worked, didn't it?
Oh, outstanding, except that it lit up space.
Yeah, that's something I'll have to figure out. But
Carr said that the scanners aren't working yet?
the small ones?
Yeah.
No, we haven't figured that out yet.
All right.
I do have that pack that she's been working on, and I believe it'll be able to scan.
Okay,
But-
I know that she's taken that with us, because we've got to go check these out for infection, but,
The bomb's ready.
okay. We'll deal with that here shortly.
Valia will speak up and say, so once she checks it, instead of anybody going in there, and this is gonna sound a little bit unconventional, but you all have met me, so I'm immune to pretty much everything. If I can see one of those pods, I can teleport on top of it, and then I can teleport it and me back into the ship, so that nobody has to go in there.
I'd still prefer you wear one of the suits. You know, it's not great, but
By protocol, you'll be required to be protected from the infection. If anyone is infected, they cannot come back into the Sub Rosa except by quarantine, usually placed within a pod and unable to leave that pod.
Okay.
Even if it is on your shoes or your
Right.
clothing, you will not be allowed back into the Sub Rosa.
Ryan will say to Valia, you know, I know a lot of us have immunities, but if you have genetic material, then they can take it. And they will. It's my responsibility to keep you guys safe. So, please wear a suit. She'll smile.
and he will go right back upstairs with the suits.
He comes running up with 2 suits. They look ridiculous. They're yellow. They cover your whole body. They got this big head on them with a fucking glass piece in the front of them. It looks very bulky and cumbersome, and it's got a pack on the back of it with these cords that come around. Big boots, you know. I mean, it looks ridiculous.
But hey, if it works, it works.
And Godwin, kind of pacing and obviously irritated, but then stops and said, there may also be a way to move the pods without ever touching them.
Do tell.
Given the weight of the pods, if I can see it, I can move it.
Okay.
Problem is, what's the clearance to get from here to there with the bay being open?
It wouldn't be through a bay, it'd be through her portal. I
I'll
can't
open a
talk.
portal.
Yeah.
Don't think we can make that work.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be in the medical bay, so.
That sounds perfect.
So you know, to do anything to the portal, you have to put your hands through. Like you have to be.
That's right.
You can't use magic through
That's
the portal.
right.
You have to be on the other side to use magic.
So if he were to drag it towards us and then his hands were to come through the portal, it would disconnect.
Correct. His hands would have to, like there would be a point to where if it got close to him, as he pulled his hands through the portal onto this side, it would drop right at the edge of the portal and still
Okay.
would have to be somehow pulled through rope, whatever, you know, whatever, by whatever
She
means.
would say that. Yeah.
She would say that.
And magic won't work. Now, this may not be magic, you don't know, but magic.
Magic specifically, you would have to have your hands on the other side of the portal. Or it will fall. I don't know if what you're using is magic or not,
Is that
but
considered magic? Yeah.
You don't really know. You really don't know whether it's magic.
In the
You don't-
worst case scenario, you open up the portal and I try to move it.
okay.
And if it doesn't work, we
You
scrap
get
the
it to
plan.
the
We
edge of
can
the portal,
try
I
it.
can pull it the rest of the way through.
Well, as long as we check it first, because I don't want you
Right.
guys getting.
We can get it towards
We
the
can't
portal.
bring it on board if it's infected.
Right.
Bringing it closer to the portal creates the most minimal contact.
I will get it as close as I can. Okay, so are you guys ready? Everybody suit up.
No time like the present.
Go into the medical bay.
Okay, you going to the medical bay?
Yeah.
Who puts the suits on?
Well, if he's sticking his hands through, he's got to put at least the gloves on. I'll put
Okay.
everything else on, and then
I guess I'm gonna try not first. and
Gloves don't disconnect from the suit. You either have to have the suit or not.
then- Yeah, this suit's on, I guess.
It don't matter what you do, you gotta
Reese
put on
is
the big
like,
ridiculous suit.
I will have to go through to detect it. We can't bring it in until I've looked it over.
If I do it close enough, can you stick your hands through and do it?
Don't know if this will work that way or not. We can try.
Let's try it. Go to the medical bay. Wait for them to get suited up.
Okay. She goes over and opens up one of the pods, just in case she opens up one of the pods. She goes, if anyone is infected, they'll need to go in there.
Okay.
So we can put them in stasis.
you got Gar over there
I
chewing
know
on
I
her
don't need to
fingers.
say this, you guys, but don't touch anything. Please. She'll reach in her bag. She'll
Okay.
pull out a cube.
Okay.
About this big. She'll hold it in her hand and she'll go like this. And open a portal. Let's say. Here.
Okay. Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. It opens up. You can see the pod. You can see the drow male inside the pod unconscious. On his lapel, you see a symbol of the Holy Hosts. You look at the pod, and it definitely looks like Alliance technology.
Alrighty.
Delia is with them. I didn't get a chance to say that.
Okay, she goes in there with him.
I take it we're ready to give it a shot then.
Reese is like, do you see that?
I do. Hold on.
He has Holy Host insignia on him.
He does. Shut lift the Elis. This drow has Holy Host insignia on him, Elis. On his collar.
Okay. Is it retrievable?
We're working on it.
Let me know. Risa walks up to the portal in the suit and looks at you guys. She reaches in with the wand and tries to use it, and she's looking at the thing. She's like,
It's not
can't
working.
tell. It's not working. Maybe she reaches in with her other hand. She's like,
Why would you have to go all the way
it's
in?
connected.
She'll look at the floor. Does the floor look infected?
It looks like at one point it was, but it's been cleaned. And as you look past the pod into the walls, you see the growth that you've seen before, and you see the lights that you saw before, that were eyeballs, if you remember.
Yeah.
And none of them are moving. They're not glowing, or they're glowing, but they're not pulsating, and they're not constricting and moving around like they were before. It's as if they're just stopped.
Okay, Risa.
Please be careful.
Okay, I'm just gonna barely step in.
Kara's got her back to everybody now. She's just turned around and she can't watch this.
Okay. Risa steps in.
Billy will step up right behind her in case she needs to go through.
You see it, the thing that she's holding in her hand, she holds it up and you see this bar that's going across that's blue, and then you see it turn red when she points it to the left, and she's like, and then she points it over towards the pod and it goes back to blue, and then she starts walking around the pod and looking at it and it's all blue, but when she points it out away from the pod it turns red. And then she comes back through the portal.
Clear?
The pod is clear, but around it is not. Even on the floor that looks to be clean, there is something. She points it down to her boots and she says, "Luckily, it's not on me."
Okay. Let's try to bring it through.
Alrighty then.
Is it? Does that mean that's going to be on the bottom? If it's
No,
on the
there was.
floor?
I detected nothing.
Okay.
So Robin just focuses through the portal onto the pod and tries to connect to it
Okay.
telekinetically to lift it up, and then.
So it's, what is your strength weight allowance?
Weight allowance is strength-wise is 335.
Okay, and then your 10th level.
200
pounds.
2,335 is my
Yeah,
roll.
you easily pick it up. You reach through with your telekinesis and it picks it up.
And then just concentrate on slowly stepping back and pulling it.
Okay, he
towards
steps
himself.
back and brings it into the Sub Rosa
And try to hold it up if she wants to scan it after it's through.
Okay, yeah, she'll scan it just in case, but there's nothing there.
Where would you like it, Admiral?
Set it right here.
And he just steps back a little bit further and sets it down in front of where the portal is.
Did Delia go through with him? No. Okay.
No,
No.
she was standing at the edge watching their backs.
No, she was in there, in the room, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, she walked in the room.
Yeah, she did not go into the ship.
You're not sure, but you think he's an immortal. The way he does this, you realize it's not magic. It's just innate. You're not sure,
Okay.
but you think so.
But it's the same thing she used to do.
You think so.
Feels like it.
To you, it feels like it.
Okay.
Anyway, he sets it down. The drow's in there unconscious.
She'll close the portal.
When you look at his insignia that's on him, you see General.
Everybody all right?
She'll close the portal.
Okay.
She'll telepathy Zen. She's like, "Can you come here?"
I mean, Gladwin kind of steps around and just glowers down into the thing, and you could obviously just exuding hate for the first time.
Okay, you see him glare inside the pod. Zen comes in. Whoa!
Come here.
Kara's standing across the room like this.
Look.
Risa gets out of the suit. She's like, "I'm okay, Kara. I'm okay."
Don't do that again.
To look at Zen and say, "Look."
What the fuck? A Drow General of the Holy Host? That's strange. Wonder if his eyes are purple.
I don't.
A quick glance.
She
So-
just kind of looks at you.
Elis sounded surprised that there were drow, but he didn't sound surprised when I told him that. Yeah, about the insignia.
Why is he wearing the rank of a general? Do they all have that rank?
I don't know.
They can't possibly all be generals.
No.
No. You just got lucky and got a general out of it.
She would say, "Rosa, can you see their insignia from here? And any of the other pods?
Yes,
Is it general?"
yes, they are all general. It
All of
seems
them?
to be the same being. Admiral. They seem to be clones.
Oh.
And looking at it, are they frozen or just kind of like in stasis, or are they?
They're in some sort of stasis. You're not sure. You've never seen this technology before, but yeah, they seem to be in stasis. Like they're not moving or breathing or.
And even though he's seething, Garvin tries to reach in and wants to see his eyes, so he tries to once again move his eyelids open to see if he can see the.
Okay, you reach in with telekinesis and open his eyelids, and you do so. His eyes are purple. He's out, and both eyes are purple.
And he just kind of steps back and walks away.
Okay. Zen will be. His eyes opened. His eyes opened.
Not on their own accord.
That'll actually make Seth chuckle.
What color were his eyes?
Purple. Yeah. He just kind of, Garvin's over at the wall, covering his eye, just not wanting to look at anyone.
She'll telepathy Elis. They're clones.
That's classified. Did you retrieve one?
Yes.
Destroy the ship.
Okay.
Velia, just stay where she's at and not move or turn her head or anything, but she's gonna telepathy Godwin.
Okay.
You need to stop being ashamed of who you are. You're superior. Hold your head up. And she'll break it.
Okay.
He does tilt his head back up.
Reese is like, I need to leave him in this pod. I don't think transferring him is a good idea. It might wake him. This pod is unique. I have never seen one of these before.
You guys, don't repeat what you guys have seen here to anybody else outside of this room. Okay?
Risa frowns and she's like, very well, Admiral.
Admiral, are we still to...
Elis said destroy the ship.
Okay.
But the bodies, they're good drow, Risa says. Those are good drow.
They're
Admiral.
clones. She was the one who said that, right?
Right.
There's no...
But killing them, really? We don't know.
And how many good dark elves have you
You
met?
know what? Can anybody here tell if this guy has a spirit and soul?
Zen says, I can.
So
Tell me,
concur.
does he?
He's a spirit, but no soul. Just like the Geo-Niners.
It's not right.
Admiral,
It's not right.
these are like the Geo-Niners.
Kara actually goes over, puts her arms around Risa and just...
She'll hug you, and she still like kind of looks over your shoulder, and she's like,
That's easy to do.
yeah, she's like, are we really going to kill them? We don't know if they're good or bad, or... I mean, I can detect if they're evil.
Well, if their eyes are purple, we already know the answer.
Well, I thought that was a rumor. That's, I mean, is that genetically sound? And she turns and looks over at you. Does that mean they're good if they have purple eyes? That's what we've always been told. But is it true?
Somebody check.
I can't answer outright for every dark
Carl.
elf that exists.
Detect the line.
Detect morals?
Detect the morals.
Okay. Neutral good.
She'll tell them.
Admiral, we can't destroy this. There are over 400 of these. They're good.
Admiral, I have to ask if this is what we do. I have gone through my entire life hating most of what I am. But even I can't do this.
It's not right. I don't feel right about giving the go-ahead to kill 400 souls or 400 spirits, whatever they are. I just don't know what to do. Because if we don't, then
You'll be court-martialed.
we become enemies of the Holy Hosts. It's not right.
Well, maybe they don't know. Reese says, maybe they don't know they're good. If we tell them they're good, maybe they won't do it.
Elis,
Yes, Admiral.
you know that these beings are all neutral good, right?
That is not something that I was privy to, nor should it have been something you were privy to. I've been told. Yeah. You detected their morals, didn't you?
No. She didn't. That's not a lie.
Then how do you know?
Their eyes.
I'm having trouble reaching you right now. There's something stopping our
Elis.
telepathy. I can't give you the command. Can you hear me? Can you?
Elis.
Can you hear me?
Is he fucking with her?
You think so?
Elis, you better stop. That's not funny.
I would give you, please. I will tell command that I cannot reach orders. He cuts off.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
I can't reach Elis, guys. So
Cool, let's go home.
Where can we?
he can't give me the command.
Where can we put them?
We can't go home. We have to save these individuals. We have to save them.
Admiral, whether we're
Any
saving them or not.
ideas? We have nowhere to put them. We can't bring them all on the ship. Where do we put them? What do we do? Do we try to
Rosa-
take the ship?
Rosa, can we tow this ship?
I do not know, Commander. Perhaps.
Are you suggesting bringing a Necrothian vessel back to Lux?
No.
No.
If this ship moves, how quickly do our Dark Elf ship move?
Yeah, the Dark Elves will know as soon as we. Well, maybe they're good.
And maybe they're
Or maybe that they're looking for their kind and want to bring them back and use them. Admiral, respectfully.
The thought is, what if we take them someplace where they can't be found?
Where?
It's a good question.
And how long do these Necrothians keep from moving?
We can kill
We still
them.
don't even know why they're frozen.
Zen's like, I don't know why they're frozen. That is a question. What is going on with this ship? She looks at Reese, she goes, did you feel anything? You were there? And she's like, no, it was normal. Reese is like, it's not pulsating like it normally does. It is, the genetic material is not moving like it normally does.
Can Necrothians not move without external command?
So maybe there's something wrong with the
Maybe they've been disconnected.
somehow.
Maybe they're blocked off.
I wonder if the Nexus passed over them when it left.
If it,
If it did, it would have disconnected them from command, right?
Permanently?
it was going in this direction.
Rosa, is there any way for us to confirm that?
One moment, Admiral. According to the trajectory, yes, it would have passed directly over.
So we have Necrothians and a Necrothian ship that are completely disconnected from their high command. Now, are they alive, I wonder, in that ship? Or if they're just disconnected?
The genetic material within the ship does still seem to be functional. I would guess that the Necrothians are the same, but I do not know for sure, Admiral. Risa says we could wake him and find out what he knows. He might have information.
Well, I suppose right now we go of our own command. I can't get in contact with High Command, so, and I presented new information and he was unable to give me another command.
Risa smiled at you. I am with you, Admiral. I believe we all are. She looks around.
Seems like the only command we have is yours, Admiral.
Do it.
Speaking of which, do you have a commander's rank?
Did he just smack the pin into his chest? Yeah, nice.
Of course he does.
Ouch.
Robin just looks at it and just leaves it there without pulling out the pin.
You now work for security.
Fair enough.
She look at Risa. Do it.
She goes over to it and starts hitting the illusionary buttons on it, and you see it go. And she opens it up.
She'll walk up and look at him as Risa's doing that.
He doesn't move. You see
Sure.
beads of condensation run down the side of the pod itself.
Name tag or
No name tag, nothing like that. She walks over to her desk and she pulls up a hypo and walks over to him, looks at you. She shoots him in the neck and you see him.
Hello.
Admiral? Oh, my head. He leans up. Where am I?
How are you feeling?
Like shit.
Can you tell me what happened to you?
I don't remember. I'm foggy. I need.
oh, grab a
Bucket.
trash can.
He pukes right in front of you guys into the trash can. Several times. What comes out of him looks like normal rations. Risa hands him a cloth and he starts wiping his face with the cloth. Give me a moment.
No worries. No worries.
Seth just goes over and leans against one of the counters.
I remember training, he says. That's it. I don't know what happened after that.
Where were you training?
Lux. There was an issue with our genetics. Some of us revolted. It wasn't me. It wasn't all of us, but we were all told that we were being taken to be retrained in another location far away. Yeah, that we had to be put asleep before we got there.
Mm-hmm. They tell you where you were going?
No. Rear Admiral Valkyrie that gave the order.
Rear Admiral Valkyrie?
Yeah.
What? When did she get promoted?
He looks.
Marshal Valkyrie.
No. Rear Admiral Valkyrie.
When was this?
He's in command of Space Station Lux.
No.
What?
He looks around the room like, what the hell? He looks nervous now. He's like,
So,
Seems like you
hold
were
on,
misinformed, friend.
what year were you?
he gives you a year that makes no sense.
Oh.
Far in the future. Far in the future. Like a couple thousand years from where you're at right now. What year is it?
So I need you to stay calm.
No, what year is
She'll
it, Admiral?
glance at Risa.
He goes, I hold the same rank as a Rear Admiral. You will tell me, what year am I in? He gets up out of the pod, kind of stumbles a little bit,
I will tell you what you need to know.
stands back up and
I
kind
just
of
don't want
falls
you to
back
hurt
into the
yourself.
bulkhead.
Calm down. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
We were
I
made
don't
we were made to command the stations.
I don't want
All
you
of
to
us.
harm your psyche. She'll look at him. So I need you to calm down. Okay? She'll tell him what year they're in. She'll say, I
He
don't
looked shocked.
I
when you
don't
tell him.
understand. Are you sure?
I need to sit down, he says, and you see him get dizzy and he kind of goes to the ground, sits on his butt. You see Risa come over and she starts helping him and she gets a chair.
Ren will kneel down. When
They
he
get
does
him up
that.
into a chair. This is not possible.
What's your name?
I'm not sure if I should release any more information to you. I don't know who you are.
I'm Admiral Renara.
He nods at you. C-59 or 100543.
C-59er.
10053.
C-59 or 10053. Risa says you were trained on Lux? Z-59 or 100.
He just keeps repeating
Yeah, he
himself?
just keeps repeating it, looking at you. This is a test, isn't it? He smiles.
No.
It would be cool if it was, but it's not. And we're facing a Necrothian attack. So as much information as you can give
The
us.
Necrothians were defeated
Were they?
long before we were made.
How?
C-59 or 10093. You see him lean back in his chair.
Is it commonplace in your time to use Necrothian ships?
He looks confused at that question. He's like, Z-59 or 10. He just keeps repeating that.
This is not a test. And we need you to cooperate with us if we're going to help you.
We just rescued you from a Necrothian vessel.
That was where we found you, locked in that pod.
That is not possible.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you got here.
They were defeated 2,000 years prior to our creation.
Well, in our timeline, we haven't defeated them yet. We are in the middle of trying to defeat them. I guess maybe we succeed, but that hasn't happened yet.
And you mentioned your genetics were wrong. Have you been using Necrothian technology?
No, the clones. The genetic clones. They're like the Geo9ers. You guys are like the Geo9ers and like the ED10s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They are honorable and icons to us.
We have Geo9ers on the ship. Would that make you believe what I was telling you? They help us run this vessel.
Seth will reach outside the door and grab the first Geo9
Eden?
and pull
Okay.
it inside.
Sure,
All
look
right.
at it. Eden, the original, the one who gave the genetics for the clones, she's here on our ship. She's part of our crew.
Carl said that's my sister.
Did he pull him in?
Yeah,
Yeah, he looks at the
Geo9er.
Geo9er like in shock, like what the hell? And then he looks at Cara when she says that. He's like, your sister. What is your name?
I'm Roranara. This is High Priestess Cara. She'll introduce. This is Godwin. This is
Velia.
Velia. This
Vane
is
Amore.
Princess. And you seem to go like that.
I am not a princess.
She doesn't act like one anyway.
It is an honor to meet you,
It is an honor to meet you.
Your Highness.
Now, will you help us, please?
And then he'll push the Geo9er back out the door.
He watches you push him out, and he's like,
Ryan will look at the Geo9er and say, thank you.
he nods.
Good job, by the way. To the Geo9er.
He nods at you.
Like, she intentionally puts compassion in her eyes and she says, thank you. Like,
Okay.
make sure to make eye contact.
Okay.
You feel me?
All right.
I'm not compassionate.
You hear Gordon say, Admiral.
Yes.
Actually, he never calls you that. He say Ren. He's like, Ren.
Yeah.
They are moving now.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
They are headed in your direction.
Goodness.
Perhaps we can distract them.
Yeah.
We can take at least one of them on and probably
goodness.
destroy it right away. But all three of them, I don't know.
They're headed our way, you guys. We have to make a decision.
We don't even know if they're whose side they're on, where they're from.
We
Entering
don't.
combat.
What are their
Hold on.
morals?
Hold on. What are their morals? Can you tell?
They're what?
Their morals.
I have no idea.
Are they good? They bad? They ugly?
How does that matter?
It matters because it's not right to just kill somebody
Want me
for
to
no
contact
reason.
them and ask them what their morals are? They don't see us. I need the element of surprise here.
Can I see your eyes? Can you take just send me a quick pic?
Meanwhile, he says, okay, so if this is all true, then this is the Sub Rosa.
Yes.
Now we're getting somewhere.
But in unison, yes.
And they're coming for us.
This is our baby.
Well, you don't know that yet. Oh, no, yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She just
All
said
right,
that.
now
They're,
she said
they're
so.
on
All right,
they're on their way.
who's on their way?
We stumbled across you guys and these pods. There was another ship.
Three other.
They are
Three
hauling
other
ass
ships.
towards you, Gordon says. If I'm going to take any kind of evasive action, if I'm going to attack them, I need to do it now.
Do it. Question. I can't do that.
If not, you're on your own.
Do it. Rosa, go into stealth and move away from this ship.
Very well, Captain. Or very well, Admiral.
Not
And
too far away.
She does. She will go this direction away from the ship.
How were the Necrothians defeated? She'll look at him. Can you tell me that?
Hold on.
Like, if you're from the future, then you can give me the answers that we need.
I know that their god ship was taken down. From what I remember, from what we were taught, it had something to do with the Sub Rosa. She was responsible. You were responsible.
My plan works. That means my plan works.
Yes, you were responsible for destroying them.
She just gets this huge smile on her face.
Now we have to live long enough to do it.
What about this ship? What are we gonna do? We can't just... It's not right. It's not right. We cannot just leave.
It's not right.
How-
But you
If
can't
this ship is
suicide.
full of,
If we wake them all up, we've got a crew. Not just a crew, but
I mean, are they all him?
yeah.
Yes. he
What about,
says.
well then where did the females come from on the other ship?
Females?
Do you know of any female drow that were connected to...
Dark elves?
Do you know of any female dark elves that were connected to your creation?
No.
No?
No, that would not be something that would be done. Do you not know about the Dark Elves
No, I
and
do.
their connection to
and
the Abyss?
that's why it made no sense. We found some female... a ship with female drows that were destroyed.
We were taken from Zed's material, genetic material. We don't know who Zed is.
I don't know who that is.
He is the one responsible for the uprising within the Underdark.
Nice.
Oh, congratulations to
Some
him.
good news comes out of things.
To you. Let's back away,
A
Rosa.
descendant from the House of Dumont.
Come again?
What was that?
Godwin Dumont.
My lord.
Joggling clearly uncomfortable. What are you doing?
You are my relative.
You're gonna have to define relative.
25th great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
You were the one. You were the one. You and your father.
My father died a long time ago, friend.
All I know is you and your father did this together. And you... I'm not sure if this information is...
Maybe we should get somebody in here who
You
knows
see
about
the
time
wall
travel.
go next to you and just kind of fracture with some kind of energy for a minute.
Oh no.
No.
Don't tell us anything else. Do not tell us anything else. Please.
Oh, okay. Risa, you see she's got a hypo in her hand and she's like...
She's always, that's always her go-to. She's slays her. She's always trying to knock people
Seth is
out.
going like this.
Seth is shaking his head, yes. Bailey's shaking her head, yes. But
Garvin's doing
she's...
everything he can to not step forward and just is seething, like obviously not fully understanding and is
Okay.
enraged.
He's looking at Rin.
So, you've been through a lot. We need you to let Risa
You
check
see him
you
look
out.
back. He's like, you realize he's very perceptive. He goes, and then he looks back at Risa and she's like, smiles at him. He's like, no, don't put me back out. I will do as you say.
Maybe we should get somebody in here that knows about time. And we just so happen to have somebody,
We do.
or several somebodies, sitting in that other room.
And he'll look.
She'll
Seth will look
at-
out the
she'll
door
look
and
at
say,
Seth.
"Princess, can you? Well, actually, you and Red over there, can you both come over here? We need you."
About that
Airs and
moment, you hear an explosion and you see this vessel being struck and you see two rather large radiant wing vessels appear and start destroying this mothership. They're just fucking it up.
Guess we know which side they're on.
We need to
Continue to move away,
Yeah.
Rosa. Don't let us be seen. But
Very
keep an eye
well,
on.
very well, Admiral.
Keep an eye. Let me know if that ship gets destroyed. We can't fight those things.
Captain, they are targeting the engines. It is just a matter of time.
Okay,
We need to be quite a ways away.
we do. Full speed.
Very well, Admiral.
Don't go back to Lux yet.
Of course. You get quite a ways away, and there's a flash of light behind you, and you will hear Gordon tell you that we have disabled the vessel. The other two got away.
Thank you.
We are disengaging from it.
Go ahead. I appreciate your help,
No problem.
Gordon.
No problem. He gets up from the chair and he looks at you and he says,
Eras will come in.
I know way too much about the future to talk to you. There is something wrong here.
We'll figure it out. I don't want you to tell us anything else.
I will not tell you anything. And Eris walks in,
And we have somebody here who's kind of an expert on these things.
turns and looks at Eris.
She'll look it. What's up, guys?
Too
Hey,
much.
sis.
What's going on?
Time fracture shit.
And that's where we're going to stop this evening.
Did we take a break? I guess
We did.
We did.
We did take a break.
I don't remember
That
taking a
we
break.
did. We did.
I
We took a
call it
break.
It's
Y'all
getting
are lying. I
late,
think you're
y'all.
lying.
It's
You,
getting really late.
You
Yeah.
guys are
Technically, it's really early, so I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
heading away from the
Yeah.
vessel, and what a good episode.
Oh my god.
Oh, goodness.
That was so much fun. Thank you guys.
There's a drow standing a few feet from Godwin who does not like drow. And
I don't like dark elves.
Or dark elves, I'm sorry. And he was told, I
That's-
apologize.
Yeah,
Viewers
well,
know.
it's like 30
Um,
We're gonna have
years.
30
cut so
years
much
of
of
doing
it
it
out.
over and over again. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. If they make us later, but we'll find out what the situation is. You viewers know what we're talking about, the dark elves. Yeah, Godwin.
All press is good press, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's
Adjust
right.
to it. Yeah.
Godwin was told that his father was responsible, which you know has been killed by your grandfather, your mother's father. Anyway, Alexandria's father.
Get that a lot.
Yeah. So, what a good episode, you guys. Thank you all for coming, liking, subscribing, sharing, and hitting the ding ding. Go back and take a look at our website and pick up the new system so you guys can HLA, Ice Level Ball as well.
It's so cool, y'all. Go check it out.
Go check it out and
There
we will.
are. Hold
Get a
on.
good feel
Hold
to
on.
it.
There are over 1,500 spells in this book for each class.
There you
Not
go. There it
1,500
is.
spells for
There
each
it
class,
is.
but 1,500 spells total.
1,500 spells total.
And each
within-
class gets their own spell list.
That's correct. That's correct. Magic users have like what? 40 per level?
40 per level,
Crazy
27
amount.
ancestries.
Yep.
It
Some
is
of them unique to our world.
the most beautiful gaming book that I have ever had the pleasure of holding in my hands. I'm not crying today.
Guys.
Not today, demon. Not
today.
today.
Not
today,
Demons.
Thank you guys so much. We love you. Like, subscribe, share, hit the ding ding, and we will see you next week.
As the dawn breaks, shadows flee. In our victory, we are free. Timeless heroes, legends grand. Together we save this land.